All right, Tom, it's just a few weeks away now, joining the ACC. What's the sense around campus and the athletic department of Louisville coming into the conference?
Well, the energy level is at an all-time maximum, and I think people are extremely excited, not just on the campus, but in the entire community. I think, and that's statewide also. It's a great honor to be able to be invited into this conference. It's the most prestigious conference in the country, and we couldn't be more excited. And we look forward to doing our part to help it continue to grow. And the world's changing, the athletic world's changing, and we're lucky to be part of the change.
You talk about changing athletic world. What kind of impact are you, as an athletic director, hoping to have when the ACC has meetings?
Well, you think when we come into the league, first of all, we want to be competitive. You know, we want to be very good. We want to always compete for championships. I'm not naive enough to think we're going to win them all, but you always want to set that as the goal. So you set the bar very high, and I think that's what we've done at Louisville. That's part of our culture. We set the bar high, and we want to make sure that we, have goals that not only are very strong goals, but are also attainable. So, this is a great league. It's a very competitive league. So I think if everybody stays together and feels a part of each other's program, everybody's going to be much better for the whole.
While we're talking about football, you decided to bring back Bobby Petrino. Talk to ACC fans who may not have followed the stories closely of the Louisville community. Obviously, it was the big story there. Talk about the decision to bring him back and the kind of decision-making it meant for you to bring him back.
Well, first of all, I've known Bobby for quite a long time. I knew him back in our days when he was at the University of Nevada, and I was at Northern Arizona University. So we were in the same conference, which was the Big Sky. It was made up of the University of Idaho, Nevada, the Montana schools, the Idaho schools, Boise State, Northern Arizona, and Weber State. So we got to see a lot of him. And I knew what kind of coach he was then. And then when he was at the University of Idaho with John L. Smith as his offensive coordinator, and then they moved to Utah State. And then I hired John L. Smith in 1997 to rebuild the Louisville program when I took the job. So Bobby came along as offensive coordinator, had a prolific season with us. He left after 1 year and went down to Jacksonville and became their offensive coordinator. Was down there for 3 years with the Jaguars. Then he came back to Auburn, and then I hired him when John L. left to go to Michigan State. I hired him as our head coach. He had 4 phenomenal years with us. Went 41-9. Took us to a New Year's Day bowl game a Gator Bowl game against Virginia Tech. And then the next year he took us to the Orange Bowl and won the Orange Bowl in 2007 or 2006, against Wake Forest. So we have a long history with him.
You've been known for making really aggressive decisions to grow the athletic department, making sure the football team could play on ESPN Tuesday, even Wednesday nights, I think, back in the day. Do you want to bring some of that as contributing to the decision making in the ACC?
We've always tried to pride ourselves on being cutting edge. Whether that means doing something maybe that's much more out of the box than norm, then we're going to probably do it, as long as it makes sense for the program. I don't want to get too crazy out there, but I want to make sure that it's something that we enjoy, our fans enjoy, and most importantly, our student athletes enjoy.
Tom, appreciate it. Thank you.
You bet. Thank you, guys.